Hello, welcome to the description of the unit of teaching the prepositions of place. This unit was designed for the grade students from Amal School. It's a Jew school. And this unit is built of four lesson plans. I'm gonna start to introduce the first lesson. The lesson outcomes like by the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify the appropriate prepositions. Hello, this is Nusaima. I'm gonna introduce you a preposition of place unit that I designed for fourth grade students from school that I'm teaching nowadays at Amal School in Kwariona. The school is for Jew students. The unit is built of four lesson plans. I'm gonna start with showing you the first lesson plan. The lesson outcomes are like by the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify the appropriate prepositions according to what is displayed in a picture. Also, watch and learn prepositions through song video of cartoons portraying different prepositions. Fill in blanks with prepositions according to the picture displayed, and answer yes or no questions about location of objects. Prior knowledge. For this lesson, students must be able to use vocabulary from previous lessons such as objects and furniture in room. Students must also know how to build simple sentence structure. The pedagogical considerations, like learning modalities, prepositions of place, PPT that I've designed, formative and summative assessment, the exercise assigned for homework from the student's book, which is click 3, whole class group pairs, whole class work. I'm gonna show you the PPT that I've designed. Like down you can see the link. If you copy the link, you can see the PPT, and I like the whole lesson. How do I teach it in Hebrew and how do I start it? But here only I'm gonna introduce the PPT without teaching it or the sound. This is the first slide. Here you're gonna see like what do we need for this lesson, what will we do. Then I'm gonna start the song with the lesson with showing the students a song about the prepositions. Thereafter I'm gonna introduce what's meant by prepositions of place. Thereafter I'm gonna introduce them the words and give them the meaning according with showing them these pictures. After that, gonna have a practice together online. Like for example, I'm gonna show them a picture, and then they have to fill in the missing with the appropriate a preposition word, as you see here. After we finish the lesson, I'm gonna give them a homework from their book. The exercises 2 and 3 on page 63. Well, I'm gonna sum up what we have learned, the words that we have learned, uh, and this is the homework. Sorry, this is the what we are gonna do it together online, and then we'll give them a click book page 64 to practice, to give them the opportunity to practice alone. And this is for the first lesson. The second lesson is also the outcomes of it are students will be able to listen and follow a short digital story discussing prepositions through cartoon characters. Also, identify location of objects through presentation of prepositions of place. Prior knowledge students must use prepositions of place taught in previous lesson. The pedagogical consideration, learning modalities, digital storytelling, and Edpuzzle formative and summative assessment. Students are given the Edpuzzle as homework and will be grabbed next lesson. Whole class group pairs, whole class pairs, individual. So this is the structure of the lesson. Before the lesson, use the lesson plan and what will be done. Thereafter, to review the prepositions taught in previous lesson, rewatch the YouTube video to refresh the memory, quick review of using Edpuzzle and digital storytelling. Then, during the lesson, to begin with, they listen by asking the students to describe where certain items are placed in the house because these are Zoom lessons. Then have each student ask another students where are certain items. For example, where is the code, and they're gonna like say it is in the room. Maybe here I planned to make break rooms on Zoom and like um give each group to to work together. Then the teacher introduces digital storytelling by telling students that they have to be on a lookout for where the items are placed and whoever gets the quickest and correctly gets a point, turning it into game for a more competitive twist. Students must watch and listen to the story, and if needed, the story can be repeated a few times. Students must draw one picture and should describe to the class what is seen in their drawings using prepositions of time while also writing the preposition on paper. And here is the link for the Edpuzzle that I've prepared. Uh, Actually, this story was taken from students' book, Click 3. And this unit also was like built on the students' book unit that is on their book, Unit 2. So, so I'm not gonna show it all. Uh, like after in this Edpuzzle, they're gonna have like a a story that is from their book. I'm gonna read it, and in I break it out like made parts, and in each part I have different kind of questions. Like in the Edpuzzle, all of it, I have like different kinds of question: open-ended question, yes, no question, multi-part questions by asking about the places of the characters or objects that are in this story. For example, you can see here, like it is mentioned in this story that the monkey, there is a small monkey under a tree. And here the question is, where is the monkey sitting? Under a tree, on a tree, in a tree. So these are the kinds of this story. This is for lesson 2. As for lesson 3, students will be able, the outcomes, the students will be able to work individually using apps such as Kahoot and Wiser.me. Students will be able to answer yes or no questions and identify and answer WH question regarding prepositions. Prior knowledge, students must have prior knowledge of how to use Kahoot and Wiser.me. Pedagogical considerations. Um, Learning modalities, Wiser.me and Kahoot, formative and summative assessments. Both Wiser and Kahoot are formative assessments. Whole class, group, pairs, and whole class and individual. This is the way of work. So before the lesson, introduce the lesson plan, go over the 80 puzzle with the students from the previous lesson, review prepositions of place, introduce the Wiser.me worksheet. During the lesson, students will work on the Wiser.me worksheet that includes both yes or no questions, read regarding the prepositions with the display of pictures, and fill in blanks where prepositions are missing. Students will use the phones for this a portion of a lesson. They must use the phones for Kahoot in order to answer WH questions or multiply questions. For example, where is the pole? It is under the table. This is like example. Assign students to make mini presentation on PowerPoint with displays and picture sentences missing word using prepositions in order for other students to interact as well. This is like a homework for the next lesson. Here I'm gonna show you the Kahoot link, as you see. Sorry. So here students like gonna get the code for the Kahoot game and answer the questions. So, and now here is the link for the Wiser.me sheet. Also, students need to work it online. This is the sheet. They have like a different kind of questions. There's also audio questions. They need to fill in the missing words depending on the pictures they see. And also here they have multiple questions. Here they have to create a sentence from the given words using the picture, this picture. Also, they can all record their voice. Here they need to match by the word and where it is located depending on the picture also. And here they have to choose the correct preposition of place, and that's it. Thereafter I'm gonna see or check what they have done. As for the fourth lesson, this is the last lesson in this unit. By the end of the lesson, students are students will be able to present their own PPT to the class and interact with one another by answering their fellow classmates' questions from their PowerPoint presentations. The prior knowledge for this lesson, students must have prior knowledge of how to make PowerPoint and how to present it, and I'm sure about because students are get a training before like we get out to the quarantine, so they know how to use the Zoom and how to work on PowerPoint and make slides and so on. The pedagogical considerations, learning modalities, PowerPoint preparation, formative and summative assessment. Students will be assist from their presentations and whole class group pairs individual whole class. Procedures activity before the lesson: introduce the lesson plan, review the Wiser Me worksheet,